start with a par 4. Let's get this tee shot in the fairway. Take it from there. Let's go.
So I want to demonstrate for you guys the Skytrak home golf simulator that I have. I bought the Skytrak from a company called Top Shelf Golf. It's an online retailer. I bought a complete package which gave me the Skytrak here, the mat, the drop, the retractable screen with the collapsible netting. So all this rolls up and I can get the cars in here. It came with the projector and the projector mount, as well as the Skytrak software. And then for another $800, I bought the course, $900, I bought the course software. It gives me access to 100,000 courses. Altogether, this package probably cost me about $6,000, and maybe $5,800 bucks. But you could do this much cheaper. You could buy a net, the Skytrak, and the software, for maybe $2,500, $3,000. You could do it on the cheap and still be able to play much like I am, maybe a little different experience, but in the end, it's good value for what you're doing, especially considering that other simulators that might have a little better features, better graphics, better accuracy can be upwards of 10 times that. So for me, this has worked out really well. We bought it in December, and with the COVID-19 quarantine, this has really worked out for my family. So I'm going to try to pop a drive out here and see what we can do. I'll play a couple of holes for you so you can see how the software works. With any luck, so clearly I went hard left on it. I'm not really warmed up here, so give me a break. But you can see, I'll show you a little bit about how this works. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but here it says I went 270 yards. 257 yards. My launch angle was 10 degrees. It was closed 3.7. My swing path was out to in at 9 degrees, which is why I pulled it hard. Ball speed was 150 miles an hour. Club speed was 103. And I had about 2,300 RPM backspin. So for you golfers out there, oh, and by the way, it shows you a visual representation of your golf path and your club head, or your club face. So for you guys that are out there practicing, trying to get better, these numbers mean something, right? I mean, from the perspective of an average golfer like me, who's not very good at golf, I need all the practice I can get, which is why I bought this. Both my boys play competitive golf, so it makes sense. The investment made sense for us to be able to practice all winter long. But more importantly, for the people at home, the idea that you can take the information that this gives you and modify your swing, modify your stance, modify how you attack the game, and teach you course management to fit your game versus how you're supposed to play. I think it's pretty invaluable. Especially if you're trying to get better. If you're just going to the course to drink beer and hit golf balls into the water, I mean, obviously this might not be worth it for you, but for us this has been really enjoyable over the not only the winter but the COVID-19 quarantine. So I've got a 7-iron in my hand because I'm in the rough. Got to go 157 yards to the pin. So we'll get this to swing and see if I can't make contact. I made pretty good contact, but it looks like it's going a little left. A little luck it'll stay on the green. It did not. Now the putting on this is a little wonky. And rather than try to adapt to putting that doesn't really mimic real life that well, I made the decision to kind of get by it. So here it says I'm 11 yards away. So the software I've set up is that if I'm within 3 yards, it's a +1. If I'm within 9 yards, it's a +2. And since I'm on the fringe, I'm going to use a wedge because it doesn't putt very well off the fringe like you would normally on a course. I don't know about you guys, but I would normally putt this. But because the software is so wonky, you have to really nail the putt just to get it to go 11 yards. Oh, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but there's a grid pattern here, and there are dots that are traveling, giving you an idea of which way the green slope is going. So you get an idea of where you need to putt it and where you need to place the landing on this chip shot. Said it was down a foot and I hit it way too hard. That should give me a +2, which is no good, from a gimme perspective.
Starting off at 1 over par.
Which gets me at +1. Next hole is a par 3.
Let's see if you can maybe birdie.
I should be able to get there with a 5-iron, but clearly I'm not swinging well today. Let's see what happens. The Skytrak works. It's got 2 cameras reading velocity, club speed, ball speed, spin, side spin, launch angle, and that's how it calculates the performance of the ball. It's pretty accurate. I mean, it's within a few yards of my real shot. Looks like I pushed that a little bit to the right, and it's exactly what it's doing, putting me right in the bunker. That's a big shocker. So I play a lot from the rough in the bunker, by the way. So, again, from a simulator perspective, pretty accurate. "19 yards, up 5 feet. I'm in the sand. Obviously, I don't have sand, but the computer will reduce my speed and my spin to simulate hitting out of sand. I still can't hit it and swing down on it like I normally would in the bunker, but from a pitch shot, it's not terrible. Get up. Same thing. If I'm within 6, it'll be a +1. If I'm within 20 something, it's a +2.
2 holes around.
I'll show you one more hole. I'm using a Maverick driver.
Let's see what happens here on this par 4.
I actually had this custom fitted for me over the winter.
Take it from there.
It's a Maverick Sub-Zero. It's a 9-degree loft. Diamana DF 60-gram shaft. And a Golf Pride standard grip. Love this club. It's given me a little extra distance, but more importantly, it's given me a lot better accuracy. With my old driver, which was an old TaylorMade R1, which has got to be damn near 9-10 years old by now, the sweet spot on it was just not big enough, and I was not making good contact, and my average drive was probably anywhere from 240 to 250. Where here, if I'm on the range and I'm hitting them and I'm kind of in a groove, my average drive is probably anywhere between 250 and 265, depending on how well I tag it in the middle and how well I swing it overall. I gotta tee this down a little bit. Alright, narrow fairway with a little doggy to the left. Let's see what happens. felt like I pushed that right, and I did. Sliced the hell out of it. Typical golf shot for me, playing on the right side rough.
Ooh, no good.
Again, 246
Okay,
yards
this is
on a miss hit.
very deep
Not terrible.
in the rough. So you might wanna
Very deep
swap that
in the
club.
rough, he says. So I might want to move this a little bit. I've got a tree, big fat tree right in my way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to line this up. The rough goes the same way. If you're in the rough, it's going to give you a reduced spin and a reduced velocity. But if you miss hit it, it will turn one way or the other. So again, we have to move the Skytrak. There's a laser dot on the ground. Tells you where to put the ball so the camera can read it. Yeah, I'm going to do my best not to hit that tree. I'm going to close my stance a little bit, open up the face a little bit, and see if I can't feather around this tree. Still get there.
Nice swing.
Didn't go nearly as far as I wanted it to. Buried the club in the grass, but gives me a decent chip
Get
shot.
out on the fairways. This is good stuff here.
Now it's telling me here it's 35 yards, 5 feet up. So I can't really see what the green grid is doing. I do a flyby and measure that, but in the end I'm just trying to get it close enough so that I either get the +1 or +2 gimme. Get up. Weak. So weak. That's a big gimme though. That'll be a
Sitting
+2.
at 3 over for the round.
So 3 holes, 3 over, playing bogey golf.
Okay, let's tee
That's
up
the
another one.
Skytrak.
We got hole number 4.
If you got any value out of this, let me know. Give me a comment. Thanks.